Joe Concha, Fox News contributor and media and politics columnist for The Hill and Focus Now. I know that you have expressed some thoughts about why the story is so important, just in terms of did it make that vice president and then now president more vulnerable to our enemies, particularly Russia and China, because that's where some of these dealings went on.
Precisely.
But you have other thoughts.
Oh, sure. And Ukraine as well, obviously, Burisma. You could go on and on in terms of the international connections here with Hunter Biden. But 19 times, Harris, to the Lincoln, I mean, that's not a tour to the Lincoln bedroom now, is it, right? You go to somewhere 19 times, that's got to be for business. It's not just social visits. And the New York Post deserves kudos and credit here because they're the ones who first broke this story, obviously, October 2020, a couple of weeks before the election, and they continue to pursue it doggedly, despite the fact that it was called Russian disinformation at one point and social media tried to censor it completely. The president should be asked about this every time he takes questions, which is very rare, right? Because now at this point we have federal investigations going on and all the suppression in the world isn't going to make this thing go away. But the president has not done an interview, television interview, in 10 weeks. I can't believe that a president is being hidden during an election year when his approval rating is at 33%. He should be out there selling what he's trying to do.
Let me get this in there, because the part of the sell in terms of Hunter Biden has been things that you can put up against a White House log and prove didn't happen the way the president said that it happened.
Right.
So I don't know if questioning him at this point gets you different answers. And you know, what it does do is maybe engage some Democrats in the party to say, wow, this is a bigger problem. So I understand why they're keeping him away. Yeah. None of it is effective, though. Either he can't tell the truth in front of the camera or you hide him. What are your options?
That's true. And people say, well, maybe he just didn't remember correctly. Misremembered is the word you used, right? But time and time again, we have seen this president openly lie, right? Going all the way back to his law school days when he plagiarized, to the first presidential campaign where he was proven to plagiarize, when he said that he got arrested trying to meet Nelson Mandela in South Africa, right? Or was arrested during civil rights protests. All these things never happened. So it's not just Joe Biden being Joe Biden the way Brett Favre used to be Brett Favre and make mistakes. This is somebody who is intentionally misleading people, and that's why his approval rating on top of inflation and crime and the border and education and unrest abroad is so low, because he used to be the guy that, well, he's authentic and maybe you can trust him. Not anymore, Harris.
Yeah.
A majority of Americans, poll after poll, say we do not trust this president.
Well, look, Brett Favre, the football player, still won.
Yes.
I mean, what this White House is doing is going uphill against some pretty steep negative poll numbers and all the rest in terms of crises. I want to get to this. Sure. Elon Musk reportedly in talks now and nearing a deal with Twitter to buy the social media giant. As I said to you a few minutes ago as we went to commercial, who turns down billions of dollars? Tesla CEO lined up more than $46 billion to acquire the company. So he took his original offer north. Some looking to him to solve the free speech and censorship issues plaguing Twitter.
It's good for free speech. It's good for the First Amendment if this would go forward. We are tired of this throttling back and attacks and censorship of conservative posts and conservative thought. Twitter and some of these other social media platforms, that needs to end. Let's have a fair referee.
You know, Joe, I was thinking about this. It's come down to one guy and not the guy in the White House. I mean, this man puts up Starlink satellites to help out war in
Ukraine,
war-torn Ukraine, and then tries to help our own free speech. Where is the White House on this?
And he's saving the planet as well, right, as far as the electric car is concerned, right?
Well, he's trying. He even said, though, you ought to tap something, oil reserves, whatever you got to do to get through this crisis right now. I mean, again, where is the president on this? But bigger issue is, can he save free speech on that platform, Twitter?
It looks like he's going to win, isn't he? It looks like he's going to get this company because he has the upper hand for two reasons, right? One, he has more money than anybody in the world, of course, and that's a big factor. But also, he has the winning argument here. I don't understand, and you look at social media, how so many people who say they are journalists in this business say that he is a threat to democracy and free speech. How could you defend Twitter? In terms of the way it has conducted itself over the last couple of years, like we talked about, it, censorship and suppression and the locking out of accounts and taking a side. That's the thing that happens here most. So Elon Musk, free speech absolutist, is going to come in and level the playing field again, as Jim Jordan just said. Why is that such a bad thing?
But he wants all of it on the platform because he wouldn't shut down anybody at this point. Yeah. Because that truly is free speech, unless it's threatening, obviously, unless it's, I would imagine, not protected speech. But what's interesting about what Elon Musk is doing is that he engaged with so much cash that Twitter, first of all, rejected, but couldn't turn away. So are they just not solvent? Were they not making enough money to begin with? Were they making any money?
From a revenue perspective and from a stock performance perspective, when you compare them to other social media companies, they're doing horribly, right? So now you have shareholders who are saying, we got this offer. We're never getting anything like this again.
Yeah.
And if you turn this down, you try to reject this, there's going to be lawsuits coming your way from these shareholders. In the end, money wins, money talks.
Well, and
you
mentioned he has a winning argument. How do you turn to those shareholders and to all those Twitter users and say, yeah, you know what, we like it the way it is, broken, and conservatives, shut down and stickered and called, yeah, I mean, come on. Joe Concha, great to see you.
Great to see you. Nice color on you, Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Very springy.
Very much. I feel spring, even though it doesn't look like it outside.
Not really, no.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.